Yo, hey, I had the volume down, y'all. What up, though? It's your boy Ricky D. Of course, I'm welcoming you to the Think and Reflect podcast show. The show where you can share your thoughts, opinions, and ideas on current events. All you got to do is follow at TNRP Show on most social media sites, where we'll let you know about current events, breaking news, sports, and other topics that matter the most. And again, with your boy, Ricky D. On today's show, we're going to be talking about sacrifice. Woohoo! How deep is that? Some NBA playoffs. We got the draft tonight, April 25th. My Cleveland Browns ain't got nothing. They ain't drafting. We ready to win now. Of course, the holiday of the day. Fun facts. You know. What up, though? Excuse me. Yeah. April 25th, 2024. Another day to make a difference in your life. I hope that's what you're trying to do because I remember once upon a time, the only difference I was making was what club I was going to be at, what outfit I was going to put on. I had no big vision. I had no. I did, but you know how they say you are the average of the five people you hang around the most. Not putting people down, but I don't think I chose the right five. And most of them sold out when the ABC came through. They was like him, and him. And some of the hymns wasn't even making no noise. I was just making it, living. But hey, that's what I get. You learn. Life is a lesson. It's a process that's gonna take forever. You will never know it all because if you did, you in the way. Or you need to be somewhere sitting off in a private area where only the ones you choose to talk to come speak to you. Like you gotta obtain some type of knowledge. Yeah, but on the Think and Reflect segment, I'm gonna be talking about sacrifice, and that was just a little example of sacrifice. But you know the playoffs. If you a basketball fan, you know I gotta put my sports in there because I'm a sports head. My original concept was to do a sports podcast. I still might. It's on the table. I keep trying, like I always tell you, I keep trying to tell my guy, you know, we can do this. We always go back and forth about it, but some people, I guess, if they don't create the idea, they don't really get with it. But by me understanding astrology, what you would say, some people birthrights will prevent them from growing because of they don't understand leadership. Leadership ain't always lead the pack. It's more making sound decisions, like rational, logic decisions. But I'm gonna make that an episode, leadership, because that's part of my nonprofit, teaching the youth leadership and entrepreneurial skills. I've been slacking because life is crazy. You kind of got to get a focus, and I be trying to add on different things and hoping one of them just create that super passive where you checking your account like, oh, okay, I ain't gotta really move today. One of those, because I am gonna do a show on remote jobs. I already mentioned that to myself. But yeah, remote jobs. But yeah, the playoffs. You got who all in the playoffs? You got OKC just whooped on New Orleans last night. I don't know the exact score, but they up 2-0. I think the Lakers is down 2-0. My Cavs they up 2-0 against Orlando. The Lakers in Denver. Then you got Boston. Let me check this out because I ain't got all the. I think Boston up 2-0 too, or did Indiana take one of those? No, I think Indiana playing somebody else. Okay, we got 76ers down 2-0 to the Knicks. Oh, that's the Bucks. I think that's 1-1. Yeah, I think that series 1-1. My Cavs play tonight at 7. You got the Nuggets and the Lakers, and you got Knicks and 76ers. Okay, you got the Timberwolves and the Sun. The Timberwolves handling the Suns. Little AE, what they call him, Anthony Edwards. I've been watching him, but he maturing. He done cut the braids off. He playing ball. He got him some sponsorships. So then you got the Clippers and the Mavericks. I think that's 1-1. So yeah, we got the NBA playoffs in effect. They've been down my Cavs, but they might the way they playing in the Magic, they playing hella D, and the Magic don't start really scoring until it be too late. They might try to come out in the second half, but the Cavs will shut it down. Oh yeah, the Bulls and the Heat. The Heat won, so I think what's that? What was that? No, that was the play in. I think yeah, that was the play in. Cause who the Heat playing? Yeah, that was the play in. The Heat ain't even. Oh yeah, cause Jimmy Butler hurt. They playing the Celtics. So yeah, the Celtics took game 1. Oh, it's 1-1. Oh, Steve Sproston, a vet. The Celtics, who they coach? I forgot who the Celtics coach was. But yeah, it's the NBA playoffs. But if you're a football fan, we got the NFL draft. Oh yeah, while we on basketball, that girl Caitlin Clark about to sign like a 6-year, $28 million endorsement deal with Nike. So when I was talking about how she only gonna, that's the perk to the WNBA girls. They got to get them endorsements. So they could get them endorsements. It don't seem so bad. But yeah, we got the NFL draft tonight. The NFL draft. The Browns, like I said, they ain't got no second round pick. So if I'm gonna be watching anything, it's gonna be the Cavs game. But the thing about trying to watch the Cavs game, man, Bally's be like, put your what network you with. So I put the provider in there. You know, it don't work. I shouldn't have gave Bally a shout out for that. Something going wrong because, and I'm giving Spectrum too much money. Man, my Spectrum bill with the internet be like $253 almost, man. Just for watching some entertainment. Now the internet is more useful than you know, but y'all need to go follow that TNR TV on Instagram, Facebook. That's Think and Reflect Network TV. So we trying to upgrade. This we gonna do probably start doing some video footage for the podcast show, but it's only gonna be able to be seen on our YouTube channel. We working on getting the actual app that could be like on Roku and that. We had it, but I had to change the name, so I got to get in touch with the my contractors and see if they can do some little switcheroo for me and switch some things up. But yeah, man, the TNR TV 1021 on YouTube. So go subscribe and like, so in a minute we gonna start putting these videos. It's gonna be more they can reflect on the scene. You get what I'm saying, Lord? Like it's not gonna. I'm gonna still put some of the podcast audio in there. I might even do some video, but it's gonna be more like think and reflect podcasts on site, like interviews. Just being in different locations and thinking and reflecting, voicing our opinion, on topics, of course, current events, just things going on. Keep us updated, but make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube at TNRTV 1021. But yeah, speaking of the NFL draft, because I did an episode a few weeks ago on NIL, and I was mentioning this, but Reggie Bush they giving it his Heisman back, so that's a sweet thing, for that man to get his what he earned back. Clapped it up. Yeah, clapped it up. Yeah, that's a good thing. Reggie Bush got his honors to back. Like the Heisman, that's a big thing in college, man. You win the Heisman, all them people. It's usually go to the bigger schools, but they should kind of balance it out and just go off of stats along with the winning record of the team, but don't just kind of make it the selections smaller based off of the divisions. Like, cause I think this the year a lot of teams, it's like the UCLA, USC, somebody else, like teams about to join different conferences. So I think the Big Ten gonna have like 13 teams, something crazy though. It'll probably be more than that. But I'm gonna take a small break on you all real quick. Yeah, we back. We back. Guess what? Holiday of the day. You already know. It's a lot of holidays today too. It's some nice ones too. I don't know what that's a British holiday, but it's called Anzac. But this today is DNA Day, International DNA Day, and World DNA Day. It's also East meets West Day. In Ohio, we got the North and South game, or Ohio versus Pennsylvania. Hairstylist Appreciation Day. So, if you're going to get your hair done, you're going to get your hair cut, make sure you appreciate the stylist. Give them an extra little tip. Ooh, International Financial Independence Day. This next holiday, growing up as a kid, in the kid when the teacher come to school and she got the little skirt on. Cause in my era, teachers wore skirts a lot. Man, them thighs. I love me some thighs. Thighs is better than ass for me. Excuse my language. But it's also National Crayola Day. It's a couple of more holidays. If you eat if you eat beef, it's National Steak Day. That's only in UK. It's National Plumbers Day, National Mani Pedi Day. So if you're going to get you a pedicure, oh, National Teach the Kids to Save Day. How about that? I'm always telling my kids, because I know I made the bloopers. I say, hey, right now, if you're making money, save it. Because soon as you hit adulthood, you start having more responsibilities. You got bills. You want to do more things. So save that money now. Invest it in certain things. I'm learning from my mistakes so my children don't make the same ones. But it's a lot of nice holidays today. You got National Telephone Day. And if you like red hats, I used to love red hats. It's Red Hat Day. Man, there's some holidays. World Penguin Day, World Malaria Day, uh, Take Our Daughters and Sons to Work Day. Hey, let me see what National Telephone Day really about. They really ain't got no information on it. So somebody probably, when they ain't really got no information, they kind of just made the holiday up. But they got it on this site. This is courtesy of checkiday.com. This is who I use this to find my holiday of the day. And don't forget to download the Spreaker app by iHeartRadio so you can get new and live notifications for the Think and Reflect podcast show. You can also listen on other streaming platforms. It's all well wishes. But I wasn't really trying to go in today. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. But I'm going to say the remote jobs because I wanted to talk about remote jobs. I kind of want to get to the point of the show, but before I do that, you know what? I'm gonna say the fun fact for the end of the show, so we'll have something to really work on. So I was reading this article, just not to jump too far, but it was talking about how hip hop meets the blockchain and like basically people, because the way it is, you don't really need major. Like if you got a little change, just a little money, just enough that you can expandable, you could blow yourself up with anything. Like you don't really need the major labels, but what they trying to do is incorporate but the thing about crypto and the blockchain is it's almost worse than the stock because it go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. I got a few, but I ain't got nothing that really changed, because I remember when I first heard of Bitcoin, that probably was like 2009, 2000, maybe 2010. And it was only going for like $25. I say, dang. But how can you buy some money through like digital money like that? See, because it was new to me. It wasn't new to a certain part of the world, but the community I came from, it was like, okay. But everybody wasn't knowing about it. And then when you bring it up, people be like, what's that, huh? Bitcoin. So, man, your environment could mean a lot when it comes to your growth. Not to keep talking, but I didn't come from a very upbringing environment. Like it wasn't really homey. Yeah, my mother cared, but she was a single parent, so she wasn't able to provide or give us the time more than anything. And plus, she was a human, so she wanted to enjoy herself. So, but and somebody told me years ago I need to stop saying "but" so much. And when I went to broadcasting school, I learned that when you say like if you notice, I'm a little better from the beginning, but that's only because I know that you have to get away from the ums. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the hip hop and the blockchain, they say crypto and hip hop, um, challenges and opportunities in the convergence of crypto and hip hop. So it's pros and cons to it. They trying to get the NFT thing jumping again, but that kind of took a hit. I got some NFTs too. Not no mad, but hopefully one day that you just looking like just like how Bitcoin one day you was like, now it's worth almost 70,000. When I seen it being worth 20, just imagine how I feel. I could have invested $1,000. I'd be a millionaire. Let me do the math on that. Where one of them phones at? Okay, so it's simple math though, but I want to be correct. It's actually simple math. 20. Nah. Let me see. 20 times. So 20 times 70 equals. Yeah, I think I had something like 1.4 mil or something. Yeah, if I would have invested them 20 and bought $1,000 worth today, that money that'd be worth 1.4 million. $1,000. Oh, just imagine. Just imagine you turn. Well, some people have. So it's the people. I know I probably didn't made that, but that's why the saving part is important. And then too nowadays, like with the digital money is kind of safe because most people. But nowadays, the new robbers they know how to do the scamming and all of that. So I apologize y'all for the yarn, man. Forgive me, rather. But if you didn't know, the Think and Reflect podcast show is a dynamic and engaging platform where where did you hear that? Everyone's voice is heard with a wide range of topics. You can expect to be challenged, inspired, and entertained with every episode. And like I say, make sure you go like and subscribe to the Think and Reflect podcast show on YouTube too. But if you're a visual person, you want to go subscribe to Think and Reflect TV. That's TNRN TV 1021 because we're going to do on site interviews. So guests are on the way. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But yeah, hip hop is on the rise with the crypto. So y'all, basically what it's trying to say is, I'm gonna do a show. Did I do a show on digital currency? I'm gonna write that down just to see digital currency. Pop. We're gonna take a quick break on y'all real quick. back. And when you hear that tone, you already know what it is. Do you ever feel like you're surrounded by a world of noise, opinions, and perspectives? And it's hard to find your voice? Do you crave a space to share your thoughts and feelings on the topics that matter most to you? Then you tuned into the right place. The Think and Reflect podcast show every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And right now, we about to get into the Think and Reflect segment. Voice your opinion. Follow us on most social media platforms at TNRP Show. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. Also like and subscribe to TNRN TV 1021, where visuals for this show will soon be on the rise. It's your boy Ricky D. This the Think and Reflect segment, and we're gonna be reflecting on sacrifice. Whew. How important is that? Sacrifice. There's so many different ways for sacrifice to be included. Like sacrifice, if you like a conspiracy theorist type person, nowadays the internet make everybody a conspiracy theorist. But if you think sacrifice is just killing some, sacrifice, excuse me, sacrifice could be you just needing to do something to make something better or to make a situation work. You might have to sacrifice your regular routine. You might have to sacrifice a personality trait, because you know how some people say, this who I am. I might have said this before, but you can't come into any relationship, romantic, professional, business, with the this is who I am type of mindset. Like, some sacrifice has to be made to see things prosper into the fruition that the connection was even made for. But if no one can sacrifice, that vision will not come to fruition. That's just for that example. So, okay, it's like, for example, at school, like the school kids, like you might have to sacrifice hanging with the cool kids so that you can get these good grades that you need, because somewhere down the line you got a bigger vision. Your vision is bigger than the people you surround yourself with. And that's a lesson I learned growing up, because I always used to try to introduce, especially when the internet really started popping, I say, man, there's too many ways, but when you kind of glued to a lifestyle and you're stubborn and you're really not doing the things you need to do, which is sometimes a sacrifice to get ahead. Not sacrificing in a negative way, but you know what? I want to save some money, so I'm going to stop eating fast food. That's a sacrifice. It's also discipline. So let me write that down, because I don't know if I did a show on discipline. Yeah, I might have did discipline. But man, the sacrifice is real. It's symbolic. So when you might hear somebody say they sacrifice. Now, in certain worlds, they do, like industries. It might. I ain't gonna say they do because I ain't been in every industry. So, just based off of the information that I have, sacrifice, man, that's just the only way you're gonna get ahead in life. It's something you're gonna have to sacrifice. And it's not no Illuminati and all that, the order, the Baphomet and what's the bones, skull and bones, and all of that. But I'm into reading, Mason, Masonic, Moors. It all have some sacred knowledge. But to obtain that knowledge, sometimes you might have to sacrifice, you know, because the world, like, oh, here go another example of sacrifice. You're on the freeway, and a guy cuts you off, but you cussing him out. The discipline, if we learn the discipline, helps us with that sacrificial moment. You know what? I ain't gonna cuss dude out. I'm gonna let dude go because that event can turn into something way more problematic than just letting him go. Or like I know if I would have sacrificed, like last week I was talking about pride. If I would have sacrificed some of my pride in my younger years, a lot of the things that happened to me probably would not have happened. Like the day I got jumped, I was really more excited. But if I would have sacrificed going to the hood just to let people know that I was already on another direction. Like I barely went to the hood, but because my school was so, it's like I was staying. If you're from Cleveland, I was staying on Lakeshore, but I hung on St. Clair by Collinwood. Um, but I was named the starting. Oh, this is just gonna be this part of my story of my life, the quarterback situation, because I really feel like I'd have had a different life if that event wouldn't have transpired. And the last time I was fully engaged with the neighborhood, man, I went to jail on a drug conspiracy case. TMI, whatever, but that was years ago. I stayed solid, so you know, you ain't got to worry about me. You know what I'm saying? Talking to them people, but because I ain't got nothing for them, I don't know nothing. I ain't calling no numbers, no 911, unless I see a building on fire, maybe a dead body in the bushes. Because in relationships, you catch a dude smacking his woman up. A man shouldn't hit a woman, but you never know what that woman did to that man. So your best bet when it comes to situations like that one particularly, you stay out of it because they be gonna be right back together, if not that night, fucking their life out. Nigga probably been to beat the shit out. Excuse my language, but I'm not condoning domestic violence and physical assault, but sometimes you put yourself in situations because you didn't sacrifice your pride. Your pride got in the way, and you wanted to. That's just an example. But yeah, sacrifice, man, it's a key component for us to achieve. Like it's habits. You might start, but like you trying to do some things. You might be trying to improve your health. You might be trying to save for a house. You might want to take a trip. The thing with the trip with me though, I ain't really that's going. It's cool to have that getaway, but if you just getting away to have your mind free, you don't need to go spend more money that you probably can't even afford to get a peace of mind because now you down less money. Then you when the vacation over with, hopefully it went great. But you got to go right back to what you was trying to get away from. So that's another sign of sacrifice to do what you got to do until you ain't got to do it. Then you can go take a vacation. That way when you come back, you coming back to peace. Or even if you're going to vacation, you done created a passive income that you can manage from anywhere. That's why a lot of people get into the digital world because it creates more freedom. A lot of people do gig work like Grubhub, Lyft, Uber. You know, they got this other company, shout out Omni. I done made some money with Omni, Apen. You know, if you own websites, I do build websites, by the way. If you need a website built, you can sign up for certain companies like a Max Bounty, Flex Offers, which allows you to market top brands, small brands, but you're able to make a commission or a percentage off of your sales, which is called affiliate marketing. Once upon a time, when I first heard about it, it was I went to the Get Motivated seminar back in 2011, and it was a guy. It used to be pay per click, but most of the pay per click people, when they made so much money from the pay per click that they invented pay per action, which is the same as pay per click, but a person has to actually make a purchase. Pay per click, you was getting paid. You get paid just for a person clicking on it. So a lot of them people went off and started their own companies. Them probably the Max Bounties, the Flex Offers, the CJ Affiliates, the ClickBanks. These are some of the things ClickBank. Now ClickBank, you don't need a website. Max Bounty, you really don't need it. But Max Bounty, they kind of want you to like have some type of traction before they approve you for most of their affiliates. But that's another episode. I'm going to say that for the remote jobs because I don't really consider that a job, but it's a job to make it work. It's a few of them out here, Vigilink, there's a few of them but I know for a fact, ClickBank, you can post that on anything. Facebook, like you just go pick the product or service that you want to promote, and then you put it on your social media. That's the one thing that I don't like. Like Instagram need to create a new upgrade to where a person can just click on the picture on the post and go straight to the link. Like how you could put the links in the story, they need to have it to where you can link the link to your post. So, bam, you get what I'm saying? Because seeing the link in the bio thing, that ain't gonna work. But it's all based off of sacrifice, letting go. Let go live and, think big, think outside the box. But yeah, sacrifice, man, it's very important, man. And with that, I'm going to catch you guys next week. But before I leave, before I get up out of here, I was gone. But this fun fact, before I go, I never knew this one. But guess where shrimp heart is at? In the goddamn head. What the? You got your heart in your brain in your head. So where the brain at? Do you got a brain? Huh? Do you got a brain? Do you really? We out, y'all. The Think and Reflect podcast show with your boy Ricky D. Make sure you follow us at TNRP show on all most social media sites. The Think and Reflect podcast show on YouTube at TNRP show. And don't forget to like and subscribe to TNRTV 1021. We're individuals, on-site interviews will be coming from the Think and Reflect podcast show on TNR TV, the home. Streaming to your thoughts. Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Bow, 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 bow. And that's not all. I'm out though, y'all. Have a great watching playoffs. And learn how to sacrifice so you can move ahead. But you need to be disciplined to be able to sacrifice. And once again, I'm out. Don't forget to download the Spreaker app by iHeartRadio so you can get new and live notifications for when the Think and Reflect podcast show airs. Love you all. Catch you next week.